So hey guys, this is Hayat and today I have come forward here by the serendipity with HRL PPT. So my today topic is about presentation that is forms of government. Let's start. But before understanding, we are gonna understand what do we need government. If I talk about government, why do we need? So to manage law and order, as you can see, and to protect the country, and as well as we need government to promote and basic needs we can get, and as well as to make decisions for the countries. And if I talk about our first form is theocracy. As you can see, theocracy. Theocracy words comes from Greek language, which is made up of two words, theos plus cracy. Theos means God and cracy means power or law. If I talk about theocracy, as you can see, theocracy it is a form in which religious leaders rule the country, and power is being held in by the religious beliefs. And as well as if I talk about theocratic countries, you can include Iran, Saudi Arabia and Yemen. Let's talk about its benefits. If I talk about theocracy, as you can see, strong moral values, unity in belief and stability of ruler. If I talk about strong moral values, as laws are based on religion, people may follow ethical and moral behavior more strictly. If I talk about unity in belief, if majority of citizens follow the same religion, it can create a sense of unity and shared identity. If I talk about stability of ruler, if majority of, as we know that in theocracy we have religious leader. If we talk about religious system, sometimes it resists rapid change which can make government stable for a long time. If I talk about its disadvantages, it includes, as you can see, lack of freedom, discrimination and limits on education and science at all. If I talk about lack of freedom, in theocracy, people may not have freedom to follow their religion. As you can see, discrimination. It might be that minority have to follow more strict rule and they have to face a lot of problems by which they are not gonna get equal rights and they are not gonna be treated equally. Limits on education. As we know about theocracy, where religious leaders rule the country, it might be that science, critical thinking and new ideas are not gonna be held. And as well as if I talk about limits, we can have limits on science but rather than having limits on religious things and religious books. Next, as you can see, socialism. If I talk about socialism, as you can see guys, socialism comes from Greek language, which is made up of, you can say words like social interest society, which means social services. If I talk about socialism, its definition, as you can see, from each according to his ability and to each according to his contribution, means in socialism, as much you are gonna earn, you are not gonna distribute your profit to others. But if we talk about communism, it is rather than you have to distribute to each person. In socialism, government control all the important things such as massive industry, resources and as well as services too, so that everyone can get equal opportunities. And if I talk about socialism countries, where you can see China, Cuba, Vietnam and Laos. Let's talk about its advantages. If I talk about socialism, so as you can see, less inequality, basic needs are provided and job security. If I talk about less inequality, in socialism, the gap between rich and poor, it reduces and basic needs are provided by the government such as hospitality, free education and as well as house caring things. Job security, in socialism, you have more opportunities and as well as in socialism, you are going to find more employment because it focuses over employment. Next, if we talk about disadvantages, it includes less personal freedom in business. In socialism, you may not be free to start any business. You can have a lot of problems while starting your business, and as well as in socialism, you will have to take decisions according to government, and government would decide to your business that how much to produce and what price to sell at and what you have to sell. Means whatever you are gonna start up or everything, government is gonna focus over it. If we talk about, you will have to give a lot of tax from your income and as well as whatever you are gonna earn. In socialism, if we talk about, government would decide everything and your price at all. Next, as you can see, federalism. If I talk about federalism, it is a system of government where power is divided between central government and regional, mean state government. If I talk about in federalism, both levels of government have own authority and they work together to run the country. In federalism, you can see each federalism country has its own written constitution, and as well as if I talk about, you can have an example of India, Pakistan and Canada. These are federalist countries. If I talk about its advantages or you can say key features, let's go ahead. As you can see, key features of federalism: preventing misusing of power. In federalism, we can prevent to misuse of power by the government, and if power is held in single authority, it might be that they are going to misuse of power, so that it can prevent concentration of power. If we talk about promotes unity in diversity, in federalism, different culture, religion, traditions and as well as different kind of, you can say, festivals get recognition and have own authority. If I talk about next, you can see encourages democracy and opportunities. In federalism, you have a lot of opportunities and you can participate, feel free to, in different kind of you can say like levels. And as well as if I talk about it, increases democracy, because in federalism you are feel free to do anything whatever you want. In federalism you can consider it as a democracy, because everyone is free whatever they want, each culture has own recognition at all. So as you can see, if I talk about its negative side, let's talk about it. Slow decision making. In federalism, it might be that different kind of government levels of government, they are gonna delay decisions and they don't take any kind of actions over it. And as well as you can see complex system. In federalism, government sometimes can be rude, because of if power is held one authority, it is obviously they are gonna misuse of it. And as well as if I talk about, government is very complexitive. And if I talk about next, okay, let me guys, as our point was last about federalism. If I talk about its negative side, that as I have told you already, that government takes less decision, and as well as in federalism you do not have much opportunities, you won't be able to do whatever you want, you are not feel free to do anything, and in federalism you are gonna be suppressed by government sometimes. So it was my topic about forms of government. I hope you would like it. Thank you so much.